Hello my visionaries! Today is day 14 of my 90-day video challenge. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back and visiting again. Today I wanted to talk to you about priorities, about setting priorities and keeping to your priorities in your life. And I thought I'd tell you a story. At the end of an academic year, a professor began his class by setting out a table out in front of the class with what seemed to his students to be just a bunch of odds and ends. Without saying a word, the professor picked up a glass jar, set it on the table, and began filling it with good-sized rocks. He filled it so much that the rocks even spilled out over the side. He then looked up at his students and he asked, "Is the jar full?" And the students responded that yes, they believed that the jar was full. Then the professor picked up a box of pebbles and began pouring those pebbles into the jar. And the pebbles meandered into all of the spaces and openings between the rocks. And then he looked up at the students and he asked once more, "Is the jar full?" And after a chuckle went across the room, the students did in fact agree that yes, now the jar was full. Then the professor picked up a canister of sand and began pouring that sand into the jar, so that every nook and cranny and space in between the pebbles and the rocks was taken. Then the professor looked up at the students once more and said, Now you could say that the jar is full. And here is the lesson. The jar represents your life. The rocks are the really important things, the things that matter, the things that at the end of your life mean the most to you. That would be your health, your family, your primary relationships, your children, your partner, your closest friends. It would be your pursuing your life's calling, pursuing your goals and dreams, finding your passions. It would be your children, your pets. It would be your spiritual practices. The pebbles represent all the other things that really matter in life, that make life meaningful and fulfilling, like your job, your running a business, volunteering, pursuing your hobbies, your home, your car, your social circles, those kinds of things. And the sand represents everything else, all the small things we fill our time with that don't really mean that much at all. Set your priorities so that the rocks are what fill your time. If you had poured the sand into the jar first, there wouldn't be room for the pebbles and the rocks, and your life is just like that. If you use all of your energy and your time and your space for the sand, there isn't room for the bigger things in life, the things that really make your life meaningful, the things that if everything else was lost, your life would still have meaning. Those are the things that are important. Make time. Play with your kids. Play with your pets. Make time for them. Tell bedtime stories. Hang out with your friends if they call you for coffee or a drink. Don't say, "No, I'm too busy." Take your partner out dancing. Go for a drink. Have a picnic in the backyard or at a park. Go for a walk. Take that cruise you always wanted to take. Those are the things that are important. Because the reality is, even work will always be there. There'll always be a house to clean. There'll always be time to run errands. There'll always be a garbage disposal to fix or laundry to do or a lawn to mow. But time is fleeting, and if you don't stack your priorities to the important things, the really important things, life flies by and you miss it because it was filled with all the sand. And you don't even remember how you spent your time, because that's why people think that time flies by. They don't have the memories because it's the simple stuff. So my message today is to make sure that your priorities are filled with rocks and pebbles, because those are the important things. And the sand is just clutter that you vacuum up on those days when you have a couple extra minutes. Alright, so that's day 14. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. If you've been enjoying my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because they'll be coming. I'll be bringing you some more stuff. And if you're interested in why I'm making these videos, please go ahead and click the link below. If you want to find out more about me, there's also a link down below to connect with me on Facebook. I'd love to connect and find out what your thoughts are about the story, about the jar, and what your priorities are in life, and how you're pursuing and setting those, setting your time so your priorities are in good order. And if you had any feedback or did have a comment about that, please leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. I always look forward to getting some feedback. That'll be it for today, and this is StacyLynn signing out. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.